Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to Old RPG Gaming, and today we start a brand new Let's Play, and it's the final of the 3 games that have GM mode, guys. This is WWE Smackdown vs Raw 2008. Remember, this is Smackdown vs Raw featuring ECW as well, so it's going to be a little bit different to the other GM modes as we have the choice. We could, if we wanted to, pick ECW. Now, because we picked Smackdown in the first playthrough, we picked Raw in the second, I don't want to play as ECW because they only have one title. They have no tag titles, they don't have a cruiserweight or a diva, they don't have, you know, that's not going to help us. This is actually a pretty difficult one as well. I find this the hardest to win the GM mode with the fans. It's easier to win it because you have like targets that you have to hit, but getting the fans over the other WWE show is a little bit harder and can be at times tricky if you pick up injuries and stuff. So we're going to go as Teddy Long, we're going to go as Smackdown, and yes guys, that means that we get to do the draft again. So let's just make sure everybody that is available is turned on, because there's a lot of superstars, but it's split between 3. So, you know, we're not going to get a full roster like we do in the previous ones. We're going to be probably around the 12-13 superstar marks, and then that is it. It's going to be completely wiped out. There's going to be no one on the free agency. So, of course, we're going to draft our own. And it says right there, like it always does, Raw has the Women's Championship, SmackDown has the Cruiserweight Championship, Cruiserweights are blue, Divas are red, etc, etc, etc. So, Raw have got the first pick, it means we're going to get the second, ECW are going to pick twice, and then that sucks. So, let's see who is available. I think the top superstars on this game, popularity wise, look at that, Undertaker, oh. The top superstars are John Cena, Triple H, and then it drops down like so. CM Punk is on this game. We are definitely getting CM Punk. He is one of my favourite all-time superstars. He didn't give a shit. He said it how it was. He is awesome. Right guys, we are going to take Triple H, but we're going to play this on a 5-week contract. Now, if you watched any of my other GM modes, then you might already know what I'm doing here, guys. But I do want Rey Mysterio, I do want Edge because they're able for the cruiserweights, but I'm going to go for Randy Orton. Actually no, we're going to keep the popularity high, don't we? So we do actually want Rey, so we're going to go for 6 months for Rey. Edge and Batista to Raw. Bloody hell, look at Raw, they got a good pick. Randy Orton, should we take Randy Orton? Who else is actually available? Everybody kind of drops now in the popularity. I want to seal CM Punk because I think he really is the best in the world, and I can't believe that he left WWE. I don't blame the guy, but it would have been awesome if CM Punk stayed. Randy Orton's gone to ECW. Who is next then? JTG and Shad, Crime Time. They are new on the GM mode. They haven't been in the previous 2. Mr. Kennedy is another one, Elijah Burke, Bobby Lashley. These are all new superstars. Marcus Cole Vaughn. Who else? Kelly, Sandman. A lot of them are ECW. Jeff Hardy there as well. We will try and get Jeff because Jeff is awesome. But for now, guys, we're going to take Bobby Lashley on a 5. Elijah Burke goes to Raw. We'll take Mr. Kennedy on a 5. Mainly because we're going to be trading a lot of these guys. JTG and Shad, I do want to get because they're a good tag team. I got a feeling if I pick one of them, another show is going to take the other. So let's just try and take JTG as he is the cruiserweight. 3 month. Nobody took Shad, that's fine. We'll take Shad as well then. 3 month. Jeff and Matt have gone to ECW. We will be chasing them down. That is not staying like that, guys. Do not worry. Kane. Do we want Kane? Yes, we'll take Kane on a 5-week. We'll trade him. Same with Kelly. Mickey James, the Great Khali. I mean, the list goes on quite on. Maybe not. We're getting to the end of it now already. Okay, we'll just go for the high popularities and see what we can do in the trade section. A lot of these are divas, so it looks like we're doing a few trades. I suppose if the divas are on ECW, it means they can't be used for the Women's Championship on Raw, so that is a good thing, and there's quite a few superstars that I'd like to pick off of ECW. So there we go guys, done. There's nobody else that we can pick, so we're just going to race back up to the top, hit continue. Yes, we want to leave the draft. Right, clean and dirty turns, we're only going to do the ones that we're going to keep, so we can't sort them in any sort of way. Let's make them all clean and turn the ones that we're going to keep. Right, so Triple H we're trading, Tori, Snitsky, Shad and JTG we're going to have as dirty, try and get the Hardys over and have the Hardys as clean. Kane we're going to trade, CM Punk, as much as he was good as a bad guy, I always cheered CM Punk. I thought he was awesome even when he was played as the heel. So I'm going to have CM Punk as clean. We're trading those. We're pretty much trading everybody from our draw, guys. We're going to have Rey Mysterio as clean, of course, and we're going to try and pull in some other top superstars from the other show to make our rivalries. It doesn't look like we got a very good pick at the moment, guys. But bear with me. If you like, the draft is a little bit more difficult this time around, so why does it say that we are ECW? Why does it say that? It says that we're ECW. I don't know why it's done that, guys, but we're not ECW. Obviously the World Heavyweight Championship is on Smackdown, not ECW, so the game can suck my dick. That is completely wrong. Let's put Punk as the United States Champion, obviously Ray as the Cruiserweight Champion, and the Tag Champions are going to be JTG and Shad. There we go. So I'm going to hit continue on that. Except, yes, we're happy with that. Beautiful. Oh, the gorgeous Maria. Vince, he just gibbers on about if you don't do well, you're fired and all that shit. So he can go to hell. He's got no chance of us doing what he says. Right, JBL is our little help guy here. That's pretty cool. He was actually one of our superstars in our last GM mode. The layout is slightly different. We need to go into. Oh, we're back with the Power 25 thing. We got to make sure people are in contention for titles, and rivalries all have to be started storyline wise, and back to this, guys. But let's eye out ECW straight away. So they pulled in the Undertaker. Now the reason I got Triple H on a 5-week is, of course, we're not going to keep him. We are going to target the Undertaker to come to Smackdown. The big pick for ECW was actually Shawn Michaels. He's got the 39-week contract. We can get Shawn Michaels. He is the ECW champion, but if you take away the heavyweight championship from Triple H, he's only 2 more popularity than the Undertaker. So either of those would be good picks. Can we get both? I doubt it, because Shawn Michaels' popularity is too high. I would rather have the Undertaker. Contract wise and as a good GM, we really should take Shawn Michaels, but fuck it, we're gonna have the Undertaker. Now, who else do we have that we want to get rid of? Because Bobby Lashley was one of them, 76, and then we got Mr. Kennedy as well, 73. So we can look around that mark. 77 Randy Orton. We'll take Randy Orton, and then as well we can take Jeff. That fits in lovely. Proposed trade. I'm hoping that gets accepted. I don't see why it wouldn't be. It's accepted, that's fine. So Jeff, Randy Orton and The Undertaker come over to SmackDown. They've all got better contracts than Triple H, Bobby Lashley and Mr. Kennedy. So that makes our draft pick, if you like, a little bit more making sense now, guys. And that's just like the first trade. So already you can see we've got Rey Mysterio, The Undertaker, Punk, Orton, JTG and Shad. We've got Kane, Kelly, and we're going to trade a couple more, so let's do this. ECW again. We want Matt Hardy. because Jeff is with us, and we've also got another tag team in JTG and Shad. Apart from that, I mean, it'd be nice to have Shawn Michaels, it'd be nice to have Triple H, but we don't really need anybody else from ECW. So if we leave it at that, we leave it with Matt Hardy. He was a 68 popularity, so now we just need to find somebody who fits that as well on our side, and then ta-da, we can trade. Candice Michelle, we've got no use for Divas on Smackdown. If they accept that, that's brilliant. Beautiful. And obviously as well, don't forget guys, this is basically meaning ECW have used their initial 10 million, and same with Raw, to pay the contract to the superstars they drafted. Because they generally put more contract on than what we do, because we know we're going to trade them, we get a free contract from their wallet. So this is pretty cool as well. If you follow my other GM modes, I've done this a lot in 2006, and by the end of that GM mode, I think we were like 8 million to 2 million, or very close. We absolutely destroyed them because they couldn't keep up financially. Let's take a look at Raw then. Who have they got, and what can we trade over for them? Edge is a World Tag Team Champion, so he's got a little bit of a boost on him. Same with Batista. See, like the roster is so small because obviously the 3 shows. Let's take a look if we can get Batista 79, and he's the, I'm pretty sure he was the IC title holder as well. Yeah, so if we was to choose somebody like Kelly and then put Tori in as well, we can choose a lower person to kind of even it out, make it a little bit more fair. Gregory Helms counts as a cruiserweight. MVP does not. Chris Masters does not. Finley, are you a cruiserweight? Yes, he counts as a cruiserweight. Or he's eligible for the cruiserweight title because he's a light to heavyweight. So what about Johnny? Johnny Nitro does as well. Let's see if they'll take Batista and Johnny Nitro for Tori and Kelly. Now, obviously, so we got 2 70s here, but Batista is going to drop to 77, I believe, and 66. So we might just have to do one more, guys. If we put Ashley in there, and then we'll take Gregory Helms. Let's see how that goes. Might work, it might not. Declined. Oh, we'll suck a dick, Coachman. You can go to hell. Let's try one more other thing, guys. Who else is on Raw that is of any use to us? Batista, I really would like Batista because I just noticed as well, if you look at his overall, he's got a great overall. 94. John Cena obviously is so OP. He's OP in everything that is WWE. They literally kiss each other's ass. I'm not a hater of John Cena. I just think, you know, I started watching WWE again, and yeah, I kind of hear this, let's go Cena, Cena sucks, and I thought, what the fuck, you know? John Cena was like awesome, but then you kind of put it in perspective. I stopped watching WWE for so many years, and then I've come back and watched it now. You're talking like, I was watching it when I was 13 and John Cena was like just coming into it and everybody loved him, and now I'm 23 years old, we're talking 10 years later, and he's still on top. So it kind of gets a bit like, oh, will you just give somebody else a run kind of thing. So I can see why Cena gets a little bit of a stick. A little bit irritating sometimes. Right, guys, Umaga. Do we want to take Umaga? Don't want to. I don't like Ric Flair. Who is the other tag champion? I think it might be Edge. Yes. So it's Edge and Umaga are the tag champions now. I don't think we're going to get Batista. Umaga again it's because they're above, and they look at. It's because they're above the popularity of the superstars we're offering, even though the total popularity is better for them. So that's why they won't do it. We'll try a 2-for-1. We really have no use for the divas over here. and they can't enter all the matches, as you guys probably already know. So Kelly and Tori Wilson for Batista. Can we squeeze someone in like Gregory Helms so that we don't lose the numbers? That would be, I'd accept that. I'd be happy with that trade if we can get this. Accepted. Okay, so we got Batista and we got another Cruiserweight challenger. We got Gregory Helms, who used to be the Hurricane, for those who didn't know. He was very much the Hurricane when I watched wrestling when I was a kid. Right, who is left then, guys? Umaga. Can we take Umaga? Should we try? Should we try and get Umaga, guys? Let's try. What happened to... Oh, okay, we just used Tori, didn't we? Let's trade Ashley, Michelle McCall. Who else is at the bottom? Snitsky. We keep Snitsky. Let's see if they take 2 for 1 for Umaga. I very much doubt it, but it's worth a try, right, guys? Declined. Is there anybody on ECW that's got a little bit lower popularity than... Sorry guys, I keep pressing the cancel button because the buttons on 06 and 08 are reversed. So triangle sort, whereas on 06 triangle is back. So that's why I keep doing that. Carlito, no, we want to drop down, don't we? Who we got? Chavo Guerrero, Kenny Dykstra, Mark Henry, William Regal. Mark Henry, I suppose, isn't bad. Yeah. I tell you what, we go for William Regal and Kenny because they got 13-week contracts. So let's do that now. Same with Chavo as well, actually. So we'll do all 3 of those, like so, and then we trade those for the ones that have 5 weeks on our side. So that is Ashley. Gregory Helms, we're going to keep Kane. Matt Hardy's going to get more contract as well. Michelle McCall, you can go, and then it's going to be Snitsky. So 2 divas over onto ECW means it's 2 less divas on Raw, of course, which is good for us. Did they accept that trade? I forgot to check. Yes, they accepted. Right. So now we can actually take a look at what we're left with, guys, and this is what we're going to start out with after switching around some trades, etc. So Rey Mysterio, The Undertaker, CM Punk, Randy Orton, Batista, they are our big names on our brand. JTG and Shad have Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy to compete with. Kane is in there as well. He's going to be around the United States title kind of area. I'll show you something later, guys, on this, but for now we're going to keep the popularities where they are. Chavo, Gregory, Kenny, obviously all can compete for the Cruiserweight titles. We're going to be pushing those up into the 70s, if not the 80s, and making the most of that extra title belt that we can use for male superstars. So, contract-wise, we're keeping these 3. We've got a little bit of extra cash. Let's boost up their contract. We chuck 3 months on each, like this. And then we've got a good 3 months before we have to worry about any contracts. Fantastic. Good. Right. Everyone's happy, of course. We have a vacant championship, don't we? We have a new heavyweight champion. Let's go with Batista or Orton. We've put Randy Orton as our world heavyweight champion, guys. That is this episode set up. We are ready. We need to buy some storyline writers as well. Battle of the Titans, we're going to be using from that one. David and Goliath as well. We've got plenty of cruiserweights. None of that is any good. Greatest of all time, again, we've got no legends at the moment, so that's no good at the moment either. Neither's any of them or them. These are okay. Undisputed Champion we're not really going to use, so that's the ones that we need. Let's take a look at who we ended up with dirty clean wise. So if we set it to the Great American Bash, 13 weeks is a good target. So if we set it to 16, it's got the chance to grow to the potential of being like the 3 thumbs up, 3-star, whatever. So that's like if we have it at 7, it's not going to reach 3, so we have it at 16. Let's go for Battle of the Titans. That's usually a good one. As we have Rey Mysterio, we're going to put Rey in there like that, and then we need a dirty superstar, which we don't actually have a lot of. Okay, we've got Randy Orton. It makes me think, why the fuck did I put Mysterio as a Cruiserweight champion? We're going to have to make sure he loses that on the first week. We just involve Orton in it as well. That's going to be our main rivalry, Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton. And they'll be involved back and forth for the World Heavyweight Championship. Okay, Randy Orton doesn't qualify for that. What the fuck? We got... Who else do we actually have? Shad? William Regal? Really? We need some of that. We need like Kane and Batista to be dirty, so that they can have rivalries with Undertaker and CM Punk. So we got clean and dirty turns to do. I tell you what, we'll leave rivalries for now because it hasn't worked out how I wanted. Let's take a look then, guys, at how this game is different to the other 2 GM modes. This one, you actually have the calendar. Now, if I click on the calendar, I can go to training exercises, set morning, afternoon and evening. So I can do strength exercises, try and improve the stats of these superstars. So you can actually improve their overall rating by improving the stats. So if I was to put Batista to do strength exercise, and afternoon exercise, let's go for charisma. CM Punk, not that the guy needs it, he's incredible. And evening activity, something like I don't know, durability. There we go. And we're doing for the Undertaker. You can sim those. We don't want to play them, otherwise you actually have to play the matches. Big success, +5 fatigue, 1% strength stat. So he's gained 1. It's not a lot, but at least you have the option to do it in this game. CM Punk giving a little bit of a DX, suck it. And the Undertaker, big success. So big success usually gives you more stats than just a success. When you sim, I don't think you fail. I don't think I've ever failed when I simulate anything, so that's good. ECW shows the day. Now if we look at the next one, we've got skill improvements. We can train the superstar on a microphone, and it tells you under there, gives you certain bonuses when doing stuff like pay-per-view commercials, website interviews, etc. Cost cash, and then there's all these other ones: on camera, pain management, fan favorite, fan heat, endurance training, which is good. We're going to be doing a lot of that because it increases the amount of fatigue they recover on a daily basis. That's all of those, guys. And the events and activities are like this: autograph signing. These are used to increase popularity. Villain movie, press conference, hero movie, a website interview, a WWE photo shoot, rest and respire, so you drop fatigue but you lose a hell of a lot of popularity doing that. Movie event, other brand invasion, pay-per-view commercial, charity event, or a trophy day. This right here is probably one of the most important parts of GM mode in 2008. Trophy day, you can literally raise a superstar 20 popularity in 1 week without putting him in a match. It's by doing this trophy day. If you do this, you gain a lot of fatigue, but you also gain a lot of popularity, so it's kind of, you got to balance it out. We will be doing this a lot for our cruiserweights so that we can make the most out of the belt. WWE promotion, that's for getting cash, and then we are back to the start. So that's pretty much the new feature, if you like, for the 2008 GM mode, is you play through each day of the calendar and select something to do for each day. You're going to see that it's a hell of a lot easier to raise popularity in this game, but that is not always a good thing. You'll see why later in the playthrough, guys, and I will go, see, this is what I was talking about at the start, and you'll be like, oh yeah. So we are set up then, guys. I'll get to Friday Smackdown and then we will end the episode there. So if we go a trophy date, no, that's WWE promotion, this one, so I can show you exactly what I'm on about. Chavo Guerrero, he's a cruiserweight. So it was a success. He gains 10% fatigue, we lose 500 cash, not a problem, and he gains 5 fan popularity. That is like massive. That usually in the other games would take 2-3 weeks to get, so that's really good, if not 3 or 4 actually, wouldn't it? So we can do that over and over and over. We can keep doing it to Chavo, make him 100 popularity. Obviously his fatigue would be full, he'd kick off because he'd want a better contract, so this is why you have to be careful and kind of balance it out. We are going to do the same for Kenny. Basically our lower ones we're just trying to drag up so that our ratings don't fall too low. Obviously having the low popularity superstars, even paired with a good superstar, can really like kill the match rating. So if we raise these guys up slowly week by week, then we'll be in a better position for our match ratings. Let's take a quick look at the roster. I can't say that fucking word. Roster. There we go. But anyway, Gregory Helms, he'll get the same treatment. William Regal has gone up to 57, Kenny to 59, Chavo to 62. So if we was to do the same again to Gregory Helms and William Regal, you know, that's a good start to having everybody like at a good level. I mean, 60s is still low, 70s is acceptable, 80s is when we're starting to get the good match ratings, and then of course 90 plus, you're talking, that's how you get your 5-star ratings. So that is 2008 GM mode, guys. We're playing a Smackdown. I hope you're happy with the guys that I've drafted in and the trades that I've done as well. We're playing with no divas. We've just got Smackdown to do, which I will leave for the next episode, guys. So hit like if you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know if you're happy that we're doing GM mode 2008. I got a feeling that quite a few of you will be happy about it. If you're not happy about it, guys, I'm sorry. I just thought we've done the other two, it's only, you know, why not do the last one as well? So we're going to do 2008 GM mode. I hope you enjoyed this opening episode, guys. I will see you soon. Cheers. Also, guys, if you want to get your own channel art or logo personally done for you, get in touch with the graphics designer that done my channel art. The Skype address is on the screen.